Okay, so slop and maggots. So what I do is I use Hinders seafood expander mix. It's 900 grams. So literally just put 900 grams straight in the bucket. And then literally all I do then, it takes 2 pints of water to start off with. And literally just mix it round like so. And then I'll put 1 pint of maggots with it. And then mix it around. And it will take on a little bit more water. Now what you got to remember, if you're fishing down the edge, you want it a little bit stiffer. And if you're fishing out long, fishing slop up in the water, then you want it obviously a lot wetter. But be careful not to have it too wet, otherwise what you'll do is you'll bring the fish so high up in the water that unfortunately it causes carnage. Because on herring, at IVLs, you've got to fish 1 foot deep is the minimum depth. So therefore, obviously, you don't want them too high, that's going to cause like foul looking and stuff. So yeah, happy days. So the rig itself is a 1/2 gram John Walker float, as I probably already said. It's got a plastic bristle and it's got a glass stem. So very strong body as well. So the glass is stable strength and a solid plastic bristle, happy days. And then you've got quite a crude bulk, hopefully the camera can pick it up. You've got 7 number 8s and a 3-inch hook length. So built to catch lots of fish, almost like a gudgeon rig, you know what I mean? Also, when I hook the maggots, you just want to hook them through like the arse end. So right through the skin. So if you look at a maggot, it's probably got like a 30-degree like bum, if that makes sense. And then you've got like a bit that just sticks out, that's where I hook it. So it looks quite crude, the camera can pick it up. So you've got loads of hook showing, and that way if you hook them like that, the fish are less likely to overturn the maggot. I've noticed that some people actually hook the maggot too deep, so you don't want to be doing that. So the rig really is simple. It's just a 1/2 gram John Walker float. So that takes 7 number 8s. Got 3-inch hook length, which to a 16 911 hook. So I got 012 bottom, 018 main line, just help with durability, and a 1.6 Dan's elastic. 2 maggots, and then just feeding the sloppy ground bait, which is Hinders seafood expander mix, as already shown. So as soon as you hook a fish, feed, ideally don't hit the wood. And a little short kit, it's just outward netting, just makes things a lot easier. Probably one of the smallest carp in the lake, but very welcome nonetheless. Actually, that's not true. There's a lot of tiny ones they've already bred in the lake. Lake's only a year old. So the reason why I fish maggots is just, I think you get better bites. I mean, you could fish pellets, like our pellets down the edge, but I just think pint of maggots to 900 grams of ground bait is spot on, in my opinion, for this venue. The reason why I put maggots in the mix, I think if you just use ground bait, then I think they just get a little bit too preoccupied with it, and also there wouldn't be like particles there for them to feed on. Don't need to rush the fish. It's not a race, even though some people will say it is. It's just about being smooth. Fish are obviously really healthy, fight really hard. So one of the F1s. Lovely fish. So as soon as you're at that fish, just gently pull it to the side and then just feed. And you want to feed tight to the bank. So just 2 maggots, one stayed on, so just added another one. So don't feel you have to change your hook bait to every fish, not at all. Dead maggots is better as well and live, a lot better. So once you get in a rhythm, it's real simple fishing, to be honest. It's a little carp. So it's all about getting into the rhythm. You don't have to like play the fish stupidly hard or bully them or anything daft like that. I mean, there is the odd better one in here as well. There's a few ghosties like up to like £3, and some of the F1s have actually grown quite a bit. So carp about maybe 10, 12 ounce. Beautiful fish. So the mixes, yeah. So this one is obviously up in the water, and then this one is for down the edge. So it's much more sort of like firmer, yeah. Whereas this one, obviously, it's not dripping, but what do we call it? It's a lot more wetter. That's how I do it. 2 mixes, some maggots, some water to keep your hands clean. Happy days. The rig is a John Walker little diamond float. So it's 2 number 9 shot, got a 4-inch hook length, 018 to 012. Dan's red elastic, 1.6 solid core. And this time the mix is much more wetter. So what you want is like 2 mixes. So the same mix, but what you got is a mix for down the edge. It's a lot stiffer than obviously up in the water. Up in the water, you've added more water to the mix. So just cup it in from a height, little tap on the pole, and then just gently lower the rig in, and happy days. Now obviously I appreciate we're pleasure fishing, so it is going to be crazy. And when you fish shallow, to be honest with you, on this lake, you tend to catch more F1s. Not always, but as a whole, you tend to catch more F1 shallow, which is a slightly bigger stamp of fish in the lake at the moment. But them little carp have grown loads, to be honest with you, last year. It's a lovely fish, look. So the seafood expander mix is like really quite a potent mix, which is great. So I think it's got a lot of pulling power, it's got a bit of hemp in it, and obviously expanders. So it's quite an active mix, which is obviously what you want. So if you notice, like I cupped in the bait, slapped it in, didn't get a fish, so I just slapped the rig over and happy days. So it's funny, like I said, you do tend to catch more F1 shallow than what you do carp on this lake. Sometimes worth fishing worm's head, but I'm just happy to fish 2 maggots, to be honest. I don't feel you need to feed any worms or casters. Literally just, again, a pint of maggots to your 900 grams of ground bait. Happy days. Cool. So again, it's all about just getting into a rhythm. Sometimes when there's a lot of fish in your peg, it's better off just where your baits hit the water, just fish to the side of it, because just like they're like piranhas, to be honest with you, when they're coming into the cloud. A lovely condition fish. Fish a slightly longer line as well from the pole tip to the float, just helps with shipping. If you fish like a 9-inch lash, then you won't be able to ship quite so quick, to be honest. Wow. Like I say, just double maggot. Cool. I wish my peg was like this in the matches. Wow. So there we go, look. All F1s up in the water. Funny, isn't it? You know. There's millions of carp in here as well. So that's my two approaches. So big rig down the edge, 1/2 gram, a firmer slop, and then obviously up in the water, a much smaller float, 2 number 9s, and then you're feeding it like real wet. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Catch you soon.